Yes, the mic is a fatty meat stick. That's funny. Come on. That's funny. Let me tell you guys something about being in the mountains of Vermont on a homestead in the mountains in Vermont. Peak living, peak slow living. I'm currently in the mountains of Vermont on a little anniversary getaway, and it's been truly such a good time just being out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't have cell service, I don't have Wi Fi. I'm just in a little tiny house on a homestead with me and my wife and our French bulldog. And it's truly been such a blessing being out here. We've got goats in the background. You can't see them. There's a hen pen right there behind me. It's incredible. The air is fresh and crisp and clean. There's a stream right here to my right. You can't see it either, but it's incredible. We got to go in there and go swimming today. It has truly been such a blessing being out here, just taking a second from life. That's the whole point of today's video, is just talking about just slowing life down for a minute. We only booked a short weekend trip here, and we've only been here since yesterday, and we're going to go home tomorrow. And it has truly just been so nice just getting to be out here in nature, away from everything, unplugged from these phones, and just experiencing water and trees and mountains and animals and seeing how a family lives. So where we're at right now is actually a homestead, and it's a tiny house on this plot of land where it's just a single mom and her 5 children living their homestead dreams. They have a little country store in the front where they sell goods that are made by the people in the community. And I just think it's such a beautiful little project they've got on here. Speaking to the mom, shout out to Brandy. It has been such a blessing talking to her and getting to hear her perspective on life. One of the themes that we've been talking about over the past couple of days has been the theme of slowing life down and getting out of the matrix. And for some of you, that's going to sound so woo woo, but that's where I've been at lately. In the last video, I told you I recently quit my 9 to 5, and I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do since then because I was crashing out. I couldn't take it anymore. I was anxious. I was panicking every single day. It was just terrible for my emotional state. And I quit. And I decided that's not what I want to be doing with my life. And I am attempting to change that. And being here has been so inspiring to the desires of my heart. I desire so much to just slow down and live a simple life. And speaking with Brandy, it's been such a blessing to me because she's truly inspired me. She's talked a lot about how she's gone from working in the corporate world, working a 9 to 5, slaving her life away, not being able to spend time with her children the way she wanted to being here where she homeschools them and they work on the farm and that's what they do. She's with them day in and day out, and I just think it's so beautiful. There is so much value in slowing life down, and I know that going out and buying a farm and being a homesteader is not for everyone, and I know that this pace of life is not for everyone, and it may not even be for me. But just taking a moment to slow down from the daily life, not having to drive so fast, not having anywhere to be, not having anything to do. They're squawking out there. Not having anything to do or anyone to answer to. Not having a phone that's buzzing nonstop and pulling your attention in every which direction. Just taking a moment and reconnecting with nature. Taking a moment and having a day where you don't spend time on your phone. Taking a moment where you sit and you look at your surroundings and you reevaluate your life and you make sure that the life that you are living is the best aligned with your values and your dreams. This weekend has been that for me. I've been so inspired by this family. I've been uplifted. I've been told that I should pursue my passions, pursue my dreams, and given encouragement that everything's going to be okay. And I think that that's what I want to get across to you. I want to get across to you that it's okay to slow down. And like I said, it may not look like going and buying a farm, but maybe it looks like taking a day off of work and just doing nothing, having no plans. Maybe that's too much and you can't even do that because you have to work to make a living, and maybe you have children, or maybe you have a business to run. Maybe it's taken an hour, maybe it's whatever that time is, to just stop and evaluate and slow down. There's an Alabama song that I actually quoted to Brandy this morning. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the song is, but it goes, "I'm in a hurry to get things done. I rush and rush until life's no fun." And that's been like the whole theme of this weekend, is like me just those words just playing in my head. There's a part that's like, why am I driving so fast? I have this car has nowhere, this car has nothing to prove. And I think that's so funny. Like, yeah, why am I always in a rush? Why am I always trying to get where I'm going? Why am I always trying to rush through life? There's so much beauty in just taking a pause and just slowing down. And I really want to implement that in my life. It's been so inspiring to just see that there are people out there doing this. There's people that are taking time for their mental health and for their well-being. They're taking time to be with their family. We are thrust into a world that tells us that we've got to get a job immediately. We've got to go to school. We've got to get a job immediately. We got to work our way up the ladder. We've got to have kids, get married. All of the XYZ. We got to build a house, build a retirement, retire by the age of 70, and then we can rest. And that is not a life that I want to live. I have no desire in that at all. I want to live now. I'm 28 years old and I want to live right now. And this weekend has been so inspiring for me to pursue that. Take a second to just breathe deeply. Slow down. The world's not going to end if you don't check that email immediately. If you don't open that text message immediately. Our phones have got us so sucked in to feel like we've got to do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing. And I get it. Like, people have to work. They've got kids, they've got businesses, they've got families, they've got responsibilities. I get it. I do. I know that not everybody can just give up everything to do something slow and enjoy their time, but there's got to be a moment of just peace. And I encourage you, for whatever that is for you, like, I hope that you can just take a second and breathe. Just take a second and just take a deep breath. Maybe you're sitting in the shower and you just take a second. Feel the water running against your skin. Feel the soap on your skin as you lather your body. This is sounding kind of strange, but you get what I'm saying. Like, take the second to be in the moment. Slow living is truly such a blessing. And we all should try our best to take a second sometimes and reevaluate. Get rid of things that are not serving you anymore. Maybe that's a job, maybe that's people, maybe that's things. Write it down, journal about it. Take a second and just think about it. I think that you'll find that if you do, you're going to have to let go of some things. Relax your shoulders. Take a breath and relax your shoulders. Slow living is where it's at. We're all at this point now where I feel like most people are in therapy. I know there's still tons of people that need to go and they don't go, and there's still a little bit of a stigma around it in some parts of the world and in parts of this country. But for the majority, there's many people that are in therapy and they're trying to get their life together and they're trying to figure out how to process emotion and build better relationships with people. And I think a big part that we should implement is things like breath work and doing things for joy and doing intentional exercises that slow us down, slow our brains down. We weren't meant to be working a 9 to 5. We weren't meant to be scrolling on our phones, getting endless dopamine hits back to back to back to back. We weren't meant for this life and we've been thrust into it. I think that we should implement some of these practices in therapy to slow our brains down. There can be slowness even when life is chaos. There can be slowness and simplicity even when it feels like everything is out of control. Even when it feels like things are slipping through the cracks and you can't fix it. You can't help it. I hope that whatever stage of life you're in today, that you can just take a moment and live slow for a second. Like I said, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. I hope you can find time today to just take a deep breath. Like always, I'm so glad that you're here. I thank you so much for sticking around with me. I thank you so much for spending some time with me. Like always, if you have anything that you'd like me to talk about, I hope that you'll comment, like, and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you. Like I always say, I want to have community here, and I want to have dialogue, and I want to discuss things. So drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you took a breath today. Let me know what's the one step that you can take today to live a little bit slower. Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being alive. I'll catch you on the next one. Good boy. Speak to the people. That's what he has to say about it. Taking a second, just slowing. That was rude. I could see him in my camera, like, not listening to you. If I were a boy, even just for a day, I'd roll out of bed in the morning